Hello everybody, and welcome back to Limits. We're still on Dave's route, the best boy you know. And we're doing helping him with some boxes, I think. We just had some breakfast udon. I don't really know if that's a breakfast item, but who cares? A minute or so later, the dragon returns with a box in his hands.
Hey Dan, the delivery is here. Can you help me carry them inside?
Oh, for sure.
Thanks. You can place them inside the storage room. It's the other door in the kitchen.
Got it.
Let me just wash these bowls and I'll be right with you.
Aye, aye, Captain. With a soft smile and a small chuckle. A soft smile, okay, and a small chuckle, the dragon nods at you. Oh. Let's do this then. How hard can it be? Spoiler alert, it was pretty hard. You spent almost an hour going back and forth carrying heavy grain sacks and some boxes. I really need to get back in shape. And Dave joins you not long after you started. Based on what you see, the physical labor doesn't seem to phase him. He walks with a confident stride as he carries two heavy sacks under his arms. You can't help but stare at his bulging biceps, partially covered by his sleeves as he passes by. At this point, you wonder if he even really needs you here for help. Still, you continue helping and doing your best to contribute, while trying your best to keep your mind focused on the task. Once everything is brought inside, you and Dave spend another 20 minutes or so organizing. You learn how the pantry is organized, feeling a little more fulfilled to finally be able to help him more. He speaks with a low and gentle voice, a smile never seemingly to leave his face. Eventually, everything is done, and only an hour left to spare before the opening time.
That should do. That should do. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate the extra pair of hands.
You are welcome. It's about time I return the favor.
In that case, I expect more hands in the future.
Sure, anything you need help with, let me know.
I was merely kidding, but I like the attitude. Well, we've got an hour or so to spare before opening time.
Brows furrow, the dragon looks at the floor, seemingly lost in thought.
I have an idea. Let's take a short break somewhere.
Somewhere?
Yeah, it's not far from here. A nice spot. You in?
I could use a little break, I admit.
Good. Let me grab some things first, then I'll meet you outside.
Oh, okay. With a raised eyebrow, you simply nod and make your way outside. I wonder what he wants to take me. Where he wants to take me. You wait outside the diner for a couple of minutes before the dragon emerges with a plastic bag in hand. Upon further inspection, you notice that it's filled with what appears to be a bunch of soft drinks and a couple of water bottles. I wonder how the soft drinks here taste. The dragon cocks his head to signal you to follow. You make your way toward a small path behind the diner, leading deep into the forest. Where are we going?
There's a lake not too far from here.
Oh, I didn't know there was lakes. There's a lake this close to the diner.
Most foreigners don't. It's not exactly a secret either. I'm certain everybody in town knows the location.
Oh, so there might be other people here too.
Unlikely. It's too early, and today's a weekday. You seem a little upset at the thought. Are you alright?
Oh, was I that transparent? You laugh nervously. It's, not that big of a deal. I just wanted... You stop there. I was just feeling tired. That's a lie.
Try not to push yourself too hard for my sake. Take care of yourself.
Thanks for the concern. I'll be alright.
Are your legs giving out on you? If so, I'd be happy to carry you on my back.
With a straight face, the dragon asks you, seemingly unaware of the sound that comes out of his mouth. At the premise that he's offering. To you. You gulp, eyes wide and blinking rapidly for a moment. The same familiar feeling stirring deep inside your chest. Yet, as you look back at how serious he is, you couldn't help but laugh. I'll admit, it's a tempting offer, but perhaps next time. You're already carrying the plastic bag, and I can still walk just fine.
No, this is nothing.
He points at the bag.
Though, if you say so, I won't push. However, if I see any sign of you stumbling at any time soon, I am carrying you. I brought you along after that manual labor, after all. It's only fair.
He is such an earnest guy. It's endearing. When that happens, then I'll be in your care. Thanks. You give him your brightest smile. A huff of smoke escapes his nostrils. His amber eyes widen, a soft smile forming upon his face as he gazes away from you. If you didn't know any better, it would seem that he's flustered.
Of course.
That's cute. Why am I smiling?
We're close, just a little longer.
He wasn't lying. After another minute or so, you arrive at the destination. Oh, look at this nice little lakey place. There's a cool breeze in the air and a tranquil feeling as you slowly walk towards the shimmering lake. Scanning the surroundings, you notice a couple of boats tied not too far from where you're standing. Close to a small pier, in fact. Your investigation is interrupted by a familiar soft voice.
Me and Gran like to come here often when we were kids.
There is a comforting familiarity in his tone. It's different to how he usually speaks. It is more soft, gentle, yet it's also the same. Heartwarming. Kids? You grew up together?
In more ways than one.
He gives you a soft smile as he walks towards the pier. You follow along behind.
Our parents used to drop us off at each other's homes depending on who was available.
What do you mean?
Growing up, my mother, rest her soul, was unavailable.
A somber tone.
And so was Gran's father.
Reaching the edge of the pier, the dragon stops for a moment before sitting down, a feet dangling not too far from the water. He looks at you with a soft smile as he taps the empty spot next to his. You sit down next to him.
We were both raised by single parents, me with my father and Gran with his mom. You can imagine how taxing that would be on our parents. Having to work and raise kids isn't easy. Especially Gran's mother. She had to take care of him and his sister.
That's right. Gran has a sister. The dragon pulls out a can of soft drink, and with little trouble, he opens one before handing one to you. Thank you. He nods before opening himself a new one.
So, what we end up doing, whenever one of our parents is busy, we'd be dropping off at the other's place. By busy, I mean having to go out of town and etc.
He takes a sip of the cold drink.
My father rarely traveled outside of town unless it's urgent, so most of the time he'll be working at the diner. Gran's mother, on the other hand, I believe was a travel agent of some kind. She had to travel a lot, which means Gran and his sister would be living with me and my father. My father didn't mind, he understands.
There's a soft twinkle in his eyes.
In fact, I think it's rather fond of the two. He's rather fond of those two.
He takes a big gulp of the soft drink.
But long story short, We ended up hanging out here most of the time, the three of us.
There it is again, the comforting tone as a somber smile forms upon his rugged face. A soft look in his eyes as he gazes upon the blue surface below. Looking at him, you notice how hard it has become to stop yourself from melting at the sight of his smile. The way his piercing yet soft gaze looks into yours. I wouldn't think that you and Gran had such a history.
You'd be surprised. You know, it wasn't always that big.
Oh, he wasn't always that big. Oh, really?
He was a lot skinnier back then. Over the years, he kept getting bigger and bigger, until he's the size you know him for.
Huh. Guess I was wrong then. I always assumed that he was just, built different.
Bah, you're not exactly wrong. His racial genetic doesn't help. But despite that, you gotta respect his consistency and perseverance. It's not easy to maintain that by sheer will alone. No matter how many times that lug fails, he bounces back even stronger than ever. That's something that we should all strive to be.
You're fond of him.
Of course, at this point, he's like a brother to me, you know? Sure, he's annoying at times, but I feel that applies to everyone.
He chuckles to himself. A puff of smoke escapes through his nostrils.
How are you liking the drink?
Refreshing. I needed this. It tastes lemony, carbonated. Similar to that brand at home, but there's something different about it. Not sure what, though.
That's good. I brought a couple bottles of water in case you weren't a fan. You can still have one regardless, if you'd like.
Let me finish this one first, then we'll talk. The dragon smiles at you for a brief moment. You know, I don't actually know that much about you.
You interested?
Maybe? The question catches you by surprise as heat surges through your cheeks.
I'm just messing with you. Well, I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.
What a tease. Any question, huh?
Anything to satisfy your curiosity.
How old are you?
My age. 27. I'll be 28 in a month.
Huh, I expected you to be a little older than that.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's a compliment, I swear. You look a lot maturer than what I'd expect a 27-year-old. But then again, you're like the only dragon person I've ever met. I don't really have that big of a sample size, if you could already tell.
Fair, but thank you, I suppose. What about you?
I'm 22.
Still young.
Yet I feel so old. The dragon gives out a small chuckle, his bright amber eyes looking at the water below.
It didn't take you to be such a cynic.
I have my moments. Oh, sorry. I was checking something. The footage looked a little bit off in my recording, so I was like, is that off? I don't think so. You laugh under your breath.
Don't we all?
With a big smile on his face and a soft look in his eyes, he turns to you.
You know, it's nice to be here again.
Again? Has he not been here in a long time? What do you mean? This place isn't that far from the diner. Surely you must have visited frequently.
You ain't wrong. Though...
His eyes droop down a little.
It's different when it's with company.
He smiles a little, his face still looking at the water below.
It's a lot less lonely.
Dave. You reach out, hand trembling as your body begins to move on its own. and rests it on his shoulder. Eyes wide, the dragon tenses under your touch as he looks at the connection. Then, with a soft smile, he relaxes as a small chuckle escapes his breath. His head slightly tilts towards you, your resting hand, as his eyes wander the horizon before him. The dragon takes a sip from his drink before putting it down. Before he moves his hand and rests it on top of yours. He closes his hand, holding yours firmly but gently, his eyes still glued to the view before him. A somber smile forming upon his lips.
Thank you, Dan.
A few hours later. You know, I never understood this. Understood what? This. The fox hands you what appears to be her smartphone. On the phone plays a video of a slim-looking masculine canine being rowdy in the park. Like, annoying people with quote-unquote pranks in public spaces isn't cool. At least try to be original if you're gonna be a nuisance. Yeah, I understand. I don't understand the appeal either. This one time, this guy was fake threatening people with his orb. Like, hello, where did your brain go? The orb? What happened next? Well, the police got involved, as far as I'm aware. Not surprising. I guess there's a lot of stigma with the usage of orbs around here. Oh, everywhere, sorry. Samantha looks at you with a curious expression. Her ear twitches a little as she's trying to peer into your mind. Well, you could say that. People are afraid of things they don't understand. Which is very fair, to be honest. Don't understand? Surely they've researched them enough to have a good understanding of them. Unless... Say, what do you know about the orbs? Same as everyone. It's a relatively new thing, or a revolutionary scientific breakthrough, as a lot of people are saying. She turns her back to polish the counter behind her. New? It's not something that has always existed? They kind of give me the creeps. Feels less like science and more like magic. If there was magic, I wish I'd be able to fly. Just imagine not having to pay for any more plane tickets to fly anywhere. That'd be a dream come true. Huh, wouldn't you still need passports and everything? Or else you'd be illegally trespassing? That is true. But all I need to do is use some kind of invisibility spell. But that could still work, still see you with interfere. And it removes all traces of myself for as long as it lasts. I guess that'd be okay. Yep, foolproof plan. I can't argue that if such a spell existed, I'm sure everyone will have. I'm lost with the sentence. Sorry, guys. I'm sure everyone will have a way to work around it eventually. But I'll have to let her have this. A few minutes later, Dave pops out of the kitchen. Hey, boss. Are you ready to close? Not ready? The sun hasn't even set yet. Today's restock day, so the diner doesn't usually open for that long.
Yeah, usually it's open for longer hours, almost 24/7. That ain't happening without my dad around, though. And with how slow things have been recently, I doubt we'd have something like that again, even if my dad was here.
There's a hint of sadness in his tone.
Damn, but yeah, we are ready for closing time.
Great. The last customer's already left like 10 minutes ago. So we're done here. May I go?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for your hard work today, Samantha. Take care.
Peace, you too. See you, Sam. Gone. I guess I'm done for the day as well.
Yes, you are. Though, I got a call from Gran earlier, and he invited us to come over to his place.
Gran? For what?
Something about having a pizza party.
Pizza? They have that here? Why wouldn't they? If they have things like udon and egg and bacon, they're gonna have pizza.
So, we're going there.
Oh, alright then.
Oh, right, my apologies. I should have asked if you were down to join with to begin with.
Don't worry about it. It sounds like it could be fun.
Alright. Let me grab my jacket and keys and we'll go out, pick up a couple boxes of pizza on our way.
We're picking up the pizza? Not them? Rude. That's fine. The drive to the pizza place is smooth and quick. After parking safely, Dave exits the vehicle, asking you to stay while he goes to get the order. Of course, you oblige his request, leaving you alone for a moment. Or so you thought. Poke poke? Huh? There's a fidgeting feeling in your brain. Ah. Is that guy finally fed up with you? What?
Shush!
Use your inside voice, like inside. You scared me! Big deal. Life's tough. Wear a helmet. Screw you! Alright, sorry. So, what do you want? A lot of things, but I doubt you can fulfill them all. You roll your eyes. Though you're right. Though right now, I just wanted to check up on you. That's awfully considerate of you. I didn't think you had that in you. Well, we've only been together for a couple of days. You don't know everything about me. Yet. Right, thanks. You're welcome. So, what are your thoughts? On what? On your so-called supervisor. That walking hunk of a furnace. He is not a furnace. Were your eyes closed the whole time? That guy practically has smoke coming out of his nose. Like a chimney. I mean, yeah, I guess. Calling someone a walking furnace doesn't seem nice. Hey, I'm just spitting facts. The only thing you're spitting are, Never mind. Ah, adorable. Good one. But at least we can both agree about the hunk part, eh? You blush. No comment. You're not funny. You're not fun. I noticed the way you look at him, you know? Right. You see what I see. Only if you're okay with it. Though he looks at you the same way too, you know? He does? I'm surprised you haven't noticed. I guess it is useful to have another perspective. Oh, there's also something that I want to try while we have the time. What is it? This. Inside your head, you begin to hear the strumming of a guitar, followed by a gravelly voice singing a Western tune. This feeling is uncanny. It's as if the source of the sound is right in front of you. Can you hear it? Yes, is that you playing? Nope, just some random video I found on the interwebs. Great, now I have a music player in my head living rent-free. You sure do. Pick a song, any song. Can I unsubscribe from this future? Well, your loss. There's a knock on the window. Alright, everyone. I'm gonna end the part here, so I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.